Run through the tape. In life, never give up. Run through the tape.
Season high, 68 points and a half for the Clippers as they shoot 61%, and they are 24 minutes away from becoming the first team to hand the Golden State Warriors a loss this season. 12-0 Golden State down by 14. The lead had been 23 for the Clippers. It's the American Express halftime report from Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Charles Kenny, and Shaq. And we didn't even know, Shaq, if Chris Paul was going to play in this game earlier today. He was listed as doubtful, but play he has, and 23 points, 18 of those in the first quarter.
Ernie, the other day, Kenny, myself, a couple of other legends, we were just sitting around talking about if certain guys
Kenny's a legend now?
Oh, yeah.
I love the way he said that, though.
He is a legend. So we were sitting around, you know, just
doing
reminiscing.
what legends do.
Yeah, just reminiscing and saying, what if we played today? And one of the guys said, this is how I would play Steph Curry. One, you got to go at him. You got to go at him, and two, you got to pick him up. And that's what Chris Paul's doing tonight. Right here, he's saying, you know what? I'm not hurt. I'm going at you. A lot of these teams that play, they let you do what you want. They let you put it between legs. But you know what? You're gonna have to play some defense tonight. And right here, old school NBA, Alvin Robinson, chest to chest. I'm not worried about the foul. Touch him up a little bit, cause the turnover. And right here, you know what? Nope. Yep, go to my spot. Guess what? You're going to have to play some defense today, Steph Curry, and so far it's working. And so, you know, Isaiah, when he said that, at first I was like, I don't think you can do that, but Isaiah's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. What he said is correct, and it's working so far for Chris Paul.
Just a couple of us legends.
8 out of 10.
Him, Steve Smith.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
Isaiah.
You weren't in that.
Well, I'm sure Isaiah was talking about how he can't stand the way most point guards play defense in this league anymore.
Exactly.
And so he's got to love what he's seeing from Chris Paul on Steph Curry tonight. Curry picking up 2 early fouls in the first quarter and went to the bench. Only had 3 points in the first quarter, 14 more in the second quarter. So what did you make of his night?
Well, you know,
so far.
The foul trouble definitely threw him out of rhythm. But the one thing that Shaq hit, you know, I'm going to kind of continue that theme. Big fella. I'm going to continue that theme. So I'm going to continue the theme about putting pressure on Curry. And here, Austin Rivers is not even, you know, this is a theme that Doc Rivers has said. We're going to put pressure on him, and we're going to lock and trail. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, we're close enough. And when we're close enough in there, and he goes into this 2-guard front where he becomes a 2-guard freezer, we're going to switch out. We're not going to have Austin chase him all the way around the court. All of a sudden, we put size on him. And when size, you get it again and freeze, lock and trail. Do not give up on the play. Make him put the basketball on the floor, not a catch and shoot guy. So then all of a sudden, the pressure comes, he turns it over. He's been loose with the ball in the first half. Again, if you do the same thing, now when you have an opportunity, you let it go. You have to make him think about the defensive end and not just offense. Again, freeze it here. Chris Paul says, meet him way before the three-point line. If you wait to the three-point line, it's too late, too deadly. All of a sudden, now we got help. Keep your hands active. We get into the paint. He's loose with the ball at times. That was his problem last year. But the one thing what the MVP can do, he will adjust. Because once you start coming, you can't lose track, Chris. Freeze it. Once you lose track, all of a sudden, now the three-point shot becomes the deadly weapon. But it's a deadly weapon. Why? Because you think I'm going to take it, and then all of a sudden I get to the rim, and if you don't come and help, I will lay it out. He will make adjustments, but that I'd rather him getting into the lane with the flip shots than actually taking that catch-and-shoot 3. Great job by the Clippers. This is the best defensive performance I've saw anybody do, and the guy still has 17 points.
But he's got more turnovers than he has made field goals in this game. What should you make of the first 24, Chuck?
I don't, you know, this Warriors team is a really good team, but this to me, I've been saying this for like a month now. I'd go at Steph Curry really hard, aggressively. I'm not going to let him just play offense. You got to hammer him down low. Blake is going to have his way. The Injury is going to have their way down low because they're an undersized, small team. But I never understand why they never make Steph play defense. And Chris Paul has made a conscious effort. Like, no, you're not just going to come out here and play freelance. You know, because when I said you got to be very physical, I don't think Chris Paul can do it, but you see when they went to Alton Rivers, he's the one going to use his 6 fouls. And I wouldn't be surprised they put another guy on there. I'm going physically, they give me 6 fouls, I'm going to use them all if I'm coming off the bench. Because guys on the bench, they're not going to play a lot of minutes, so I'm just going to be physical, and go at him offensively.
I mean, us legends said this the other day.
First of all,
same stuff you're saying now. Us legends sitting around.
Sound like Isaiah Thomas was the only legend in that group.
Us legends were saying that.
Kenny, you are a legend. Don't listen to him. Happy birthday, Dylan.
First of all, you're not a legend either.
You're right.
To the American Express Halftime Report, brought to you by American Express, this Small Business Saturday, November 28th. Show up and shop small.
American Express halftime report highlights. This is not as much of a highlight as it is just a shot of Kenny and a tweet from C.J. Watson of the Orlando Magic.
What'd C.J. say?
Had those Janet Jackson rhythm.
Step your game up. I'll put him up there. I'll put him up tight. Let's get a good look at him. Let's get a good look at him, baby. Let's get a good look, baby. Let's get a good.
It's Kenny if you're nasty.
It's called Suited and Booted, baby. Who we play for again?
It's Kenny if you're nasty.
CJ, I'm coming at you.
Rhythm Nation
Boots are
boots.
so hot right now.
Good one, CJ. Rhythm Nation boots. Damn, man, you still love him?